Android was implemented in the early Game MT. Even their Android has gotten better. Now, they do try to mitigate this by having this load straight into an app that's running on top of it that looks somewhat like Emulation Station, but it's not Emulation Station. It's not the worst I've seen, but there's really no customization to it, and it's really kind of limited. And at first, I didn't even know how to get into regular Android, but I finally figured if I pulled the screen down and I hit this little button to turn off game mode, I would get into Android. Now, trying to set up Android and use it with Emulation Station Desktop was a real pain. It ate a couple of my cards, my SD cards. I think it's a software thing because it wouldn't load into my Windows PC after I had it loaded in this handheld. It's almost like it corrupted it. I couldn't format it. So I don't know what's going on there, but the Android implementation is just really poor. This is why this thing needs Linux. It really needs Linux. Now, they say Linux, but there's no Linux on this. I don't know if they're trying to make you think the little app on top of it is Linux or what, but that's not what it is. You're going to get a way better experience software-wise if you drop down in price, lose the touchscreen, and go with the Vortex. But really, the Handheld K5 at about $20 more than this is a much better experience. So this is the tale of two cities. This hardware is nice. I like it, but the software now is complete crap. And I don't see Gamma having any interest in this. Gamma, not good. It probably doesn't have enough RAM in it either anyways. Now, playing games on this, because of how poor the software was, I felt that it wasn't optimized. Now, they had it optimized on their little front end, and the games play okay. And if you're giving this to somebody that hasn't really tried these things or doesn't know much about it, they're probably going to be really satisfied with it. But I'm a reviewer here. I've played, hundreds of these, and so I'm trying to really be specific and pick here. So the gameplay on this experience is kind of just dampened by the poor implementation of the software, unfortunately. And at the price they're asking, that makes experience. If we could get some custom firmware on this, it could save it. But right now, unless you're interested in trying to tinker with this, trying to help the community, I just think that this doesn't live up to the thing. I would go with the QRD Vortex F5 or really the Handheld K56, which is probably the best handheld right now in that $100 to $130 range that you can buy. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the review, of what you think of this. It's got a decent screen. It's got decent battery life.